I can guarantee you that the most important moments of your life are decided not by what you know, but by how you think. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, and this is my masterclass.
Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Lewis P here. Today what we're going to be talking about is the Neil deGrasse Tyson Teaches Scientific Thinking and Communication Masterclass, otherwise known as the Neil deGrasse Tyson Masterclass. What we're going to be doing is figuring out, is this masterclass worth it for you from a beginner, intermediate, or even advanced? Now let me stop everyone that knows space relatively well. There is a masterclass by Chris Hadfield, which you can find there, but also really you can find up here where my cursor is. You want to check out the Chris Hadfield Masterclass review? So go right now, check it out, have fun with that if you're advanced. But if you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate like myself, then you want to explore this masterclass. But hey, let's rock and roll. As always, guys, I have a link in the description, so make sure you take advantage of it. Also, I don't know how much it is, so make sure you click it. Let me know how much you get the masterclass for. There's even a buy one, get one free deal going on. I don't know how long that's going to last, so have fun with that if you have the time to do that, based on different holiday periods. Check out the link in the description. I have no idea how much this masterclass is. They change it every week as far as I'm concerned, and they've gone ahead and changed the landing page for this, so this landing page is as complicated as it comes in my opinion. But hey, let's move on. So in order to answer that question, is it worth it for you, we're going to actually jump into the class because I actually have it. So we're going to look at it, we're going to look at all the lessons, then we're going to look at the class workbook, the community, which is a big deal by the way, and no one's here yet, so they're coming, people are coming, and John Wick killed someone with the pencil. But make sure you smash that like button because it helps me with the algorithm and it makes people be able to see this honest review. So like the video if you want to like it. Let's rock and roll. If you don't know what masterclass is, let's jump down into a preview of the masterclass. Click the link to be able to preview it if you want to. This is a 2-minute little preview. Great. There are 13 lessons in this class. There is a workbook, and of course masterclass is anytime, anywhere, and they are basically the Apollo Creed of masterclasses. But hey, learn on your own, on your desktop, on your laptop, on your phone, Apple TV, iOS. Satisfaction rate, this is an average across all the classes. It can't be just for the Neil deGrasse Tyson one because it has only been out for like a day at this point. And we're going to go through the lesson plan right now as we go into the class because you're going to get a lot more information. And here are some other cool masterclasses. The only real relevant one in my opinion is the Chris Hadfield one. There's a link in the top right and also in the description below if you want to check out the Chris Hadfield masterclass. I will be doing a Chris Hadfield versus Neil deGrasse Tyson standoff masterclass comparison video, so make sure you subscribe, click the notification button if you want to see that when it comes out. Otherwise, let's jump into the class right now. So after you've gone ahead, you click my link in the description, now you see this. This is your investment. This is what you're looking at. Let's make sure you get comfortable. What masterclass has decided to do, and this is a completely new thing, and this is gamify the experience of education. Do you think it's clever? Apparently I have 80 hours worth of watch time on this masterclass. Point is, let's go through it really fast so you're comfortable, you know what's going on. So on the top left you have categories. This is where you can actually see, you know what, I want to learn from filmmakers, or I want to learn from Ron Howard, for example, or Martin Scorsese, you know, Goodfellas, you know, these guys are the big guys. Music, writing, culinary arts, whatever. Quick lists, completely irrelevant. You don't need this. My classes, don't care about that because if you have the all access masterclass, you don't really need my classes because you have all the classes. Community. Now, really quickly with the community, this is actually like one of the most valuable things about the masterclass, by the way, or all masterclasses, is there are two different communities. There's the overarching community here, and then there's also the actual community for this specific masterclass here. Now, this masterclass is so new that in the first section, there's only 6 comments. So if I scroll down and I look at cognitive bias, there are no comments. So it's a pretty big deal, the community component of this, especially if you buy the masterclass in a singular fashion, you'll have lifetime access to this. So it's pretty insane. And then of course you have the search function, which acts exactly the same as the YouTube search function. However, in the context of masterclasses. So if I type in Daniel Negreanu, you're going to see the Daniel Negreanu masterclass with multiple articles, blogs, some pretty cool stuff actually around that. And that is the interface. Now, this is brand new. What they've decided to do is actually gamify the experience of masterclass to encourage you to log on and complete masterclasses and sort of make this a daily habit in your life, which is actually very clever because it makes people want to come back and it increases that retention. But hey, to really increase that retention, you need to smash that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm. And then of course there is this new thing called win streaks. Win streaks, no idea what they are. I don't really care what they are. And then of course you have your profile, bookmarks, browse trailers, GIFs, articles, settings. You don't really need this. Maybe gift if you want to gift it to someone. I have a link to that in the description below as well. Take advantage of it if you want to, but hey, do what you'll want to do. Now, if you want to start the masterclass, very simple. You press the big red button and you go, and it'll take you directly to the lesson 01. Firstly, let's download the workbook together. Now, this is a very lengthy process to download the workbook. You click on that button and then you press that. And that's the and that's the workbook. So with the workbook, I want to be really respectful for those that actually invest in this class. So I'm only going to show you 2 pages. There are 24 pages in this one, which is relatively small, by the way. Normally these masterclass workbooks go for like 100, 120 pages. So they've sort of cut down, and it makes sense. They've really to refine this class because masterclass has a massive challenge. The challenge was, how do you create a masterclass on someone that has billions of hours worth of content on the internet? And that is what we're going to answer if they've pulled that off. But hey, this is the first page of the workbook. You can see the quality is there, and I'm just going to show you the first page. And if you want to read it, have fun, read it. Pause the video, go. But that's all I'm showing you because I want to be respectful for those that actually invest. Once you download the workbook, come back to this video and then subscribe. Subscribe. But now let's jump into this really. So of course you have the community, which I've already alluded to. I've already discussed this. Then you have resources, which is the workbook. If you click that, look what happens. You just go down into the workbook, and that's what resources is, which is fine. But now let's jump into the actual lesson. Let's jump into the guts of this Neil deGrasse Tyson masterclass and figure out, is it worth it for you? This is the challenge that masterclass had. There's so much Neil deGrasse Tyson on YouTube and the internet. How do you possibly do a masterclass on this guy, right? He's basically everywhere. He's done billions of interviews, and I'm using billions. If you know the word billions in the scientific community, you'll know why I'm referencing billions. Point is, he's done billions of interviews. The real question with this masterclass isn't, is it worth it? That's not the case here. It's, did masterclass pull off something cool and unique that he's never done before? How do we make someone that's basically omnipresent and sell a masterclass on them? That's the hard one. But now remember, I used to be a big fanatic of Neil deGrasse Tyson until I got a life. But I used to love this guy, and then a whole bunch of backlash came out of nowhere, and I have no idea where this backlash has come from. So can you guys explain to me what actually happened to Neil deGrasse Tyson? He used to be like the most beloved guy on the internet, and now people have done a 180 to him. So let me know in the comments below what randomly happened to him. Let's just jump into the masterclass review. So what you know is not as important as how you think. Now, if you watch the first 15 seconds of this video, you would know that he said this. Meet your new instructor, world-renowned astrophysicist. He's also the director of the Hayden Planetarium. He is Emmy Award nominated host, author, science communicator, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He basically welcomes you and he discusses the importance of the scientific method, thinking, and ultimately communication. This is a pretty good lesson, and the way this masterclass structure works is the video class workbook, because of course it's downloading specific pages from the class workbook, and then of course the discussion, which is the fun part. That's where you have your fun. Lesson 2 is all about the frontier of science. The frontier of science is a messy place. Why? Because it's filled with ignorance. But hey, that's what makes it interesting. Neil takes you through the process of understanding the frontiers landscape and explains the role of hypotheses and theory in determining objective truth. Now, this was pretty good, this lesson. Did I learn a lot? Not really, because I already know what objective truth is. And if you don't know what like a hypothesis is or a theory, then you probably want to definitely invest in this. But if you already know this stuff, if you know how to view the world in an objective spotlight, then you probably don't want to, like, this is not a big deal. The scientific method, this is pretty much the most universal thing as far as I'm concerned. This is the ultimate search for truth. But the point is, this is what his, like, they just cloud this with this scientific method. Like, all a scientific method is, guys, is you have a question, you test it, does it work? Yes, no, okay, you figured something out, and then you just keep moving on. It doesn't need to be 15 minutes on the scientific method. But anyway, when we use the scientific method in the quest for objective truth, it's all about objective truth. Nature is the judge and jury. Neil shares some remarkable astrophysical examples on how this method plays out in real life and in our vast universe, and that's cool. And you can actually see already feedback coming in. And this this is a fantastic comment from the community member. This was just an amazing story. Of course, Neil deGrasse Tyson loves communicating through stories. Before that, I wouldn't have thought that a science story could be that interesting and so well narrated. Of course, he has billions of hours in the world of narration, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's going to be an absolute god at that anyway. So, of course, that's great. Be a skeptic, ask questions such as the nature of being a scientist. Asking questions is a tried and true component of the scientific way of thinking, the scientific method, hence the word hypothesis exists. So Neil talks about processes behind informed skepticism as well as how to evaluate incoming scientific data. Now, one insanely powerful topic he talks about is smashing that like button. Some of the topics include, are you intellectually lazy? Skepticism, the path of inquiry to what is true, how true is objectively true. Hey, you know what? Let's write a song on this. So this is where the newness of this masterclass has come on, the lesson discussion. No one has done this yet, so hey, take advantage of it. You could be the first comment. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. And you're not going to beat me in this comment. I'm going to comment on this video and I want to be number one. So let's be the number one. Let's rock and roll the Lewis P community. Loved it. Good size. Post. There we go. We got it, boys. Lewis P in the house. Woo! Okay, so let's go back to the lesson plan. And there we go. I got the first comment on video 4. Feeling good about that. I'm going to leave the rest for you guys. Cognitive bias, lesson 5. If you were human, you are susceptible to cognitive bias. This is completely normal, by the way. Don't feel bad about this. Neil deGrasse Tyson defines some of the most common cognitive biases and reveals how our need to feel special may be getting in the way of our search for objective truth. But basically in this masterclass, Neil deGrasse Tyson states, if you win the lotto, be objectively true about it. And it's like, okay, dude, we get it, but I just won the lotto and I feel good about this. So I'm going to feel good about winning the lotto. I don't care about the objective truth. But hey, I'm not going to go any further into that. He talks about the cosmic perspective. Do you feel special? Cognitive failures, cold statistics, grand misconception, which is, yeah, pretty good, that one. And then spotting cognitive biases when you see it in other people. On top of that, you have beware of cultural biases. So cultural biases and assumptions, how we treat one another, but they are much more difficult to spot than we think. You know, there's a lot more than meets the eye, my friends. Neil deGrasse Tyson in his masterclass provides examples of consciousness and unconscious cultural biases and explains how you can ultimately avoid them and then overcome them. And the biggest topic in this lesson will delve in the world of assumptions. So very, very critical you understand that. Then lesson 7, our systems of belief. Now this goes into like belief structures, which is relatively interesting, and it has the best running time I've ever seen in my life. 1337, that's cognitive bias coupled with synchronicity, and the Lion King movie wasn't that great. Every personal system of belief contains identifiable biases that impact the ability to think scientifically. Neil deGrasse Tyson in his masterclass talks about 2 of these biases and how inner beliefs have a significant societal and scientific impact. And this is one where he talks about political truths. He talks about how you can look at different belief systems, belief structures, especially when around religion. There's a few cool things in there. So not bad, good size, if you will. So the scientific measurement. Now this is lesson 8, calculating the incalculable. So Neil deGrasse Tyson explores one of his favorite subjects, scientific measurement, aka measurement that is backed by the scientific method. He distinguishes precision from accuracy and offers examples to illustrate the approximations that are inherent in any measurement. So hey, if you want to learn precision versus accuracy, and of course there are no comments on this, if you want, click the link below, be number 1. I got number 4, so suffer there, boys and girls. Lesson 9. Remember, there are only 13 lessons. We're almost at the end of this. It's not a big masterclass review like my other ones at all. So once you've done lesson 8, what you want to do is actually look at 9, 10, and 11 as a collective, right? All up, it goes for around 30 minutes worth of content with 9, 10, and 11 because it's all about communication tactics. So communication, it's not enough to just state the facts. And he brings up some examples, right? So communicating objective truths convincingly is just as important as using methods of scientific thinking to find them. So Neil deGrasse Tyson in his masterclass shares personal reasons for his belief and some of his favorite tools of communication. And if you're a Neil deGrasse Tyson fan, you would have already heard his story where he went onto a news network, he gave the full scientific literature on the news program, and then the news network ended up cutting it out and then used a soundbite. If you look up Neil deGrasse Tyson soundbite on the internet, you will find exactly what's in that lesson. And this is where the masterclass gets into a lot more value. And as far as I know, and I've watched like hundreds of hours of Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's never said this part, and this is his method to preparing for an audience. In lesson 10, Neil deGrasse Tyson goes into what his method is to prepare for for an audience. Now, I don't care what you have to say about the guy. He is a really good communicator. You need to get detailed information about whom you're speaking to. Neil discusses how to consider demographics and how that influences his message, and ultimately how that influences your message when you communicate to people. I know that I'm talking to mostly males in this. My audience, 99% of you are males, so I'm gonna be a dude. That's just how I'm gonna roll. I get it. I know this works. I know you're all dudes. Lesson 11 is all about communication tactics. Knowing what drives your audience can set up for communication success. Now, what exactly do they want? And then you basically just give it to them in this case. So Neil, in this one, he actually has this thing that he calls a tool belt, a utility belt, whereby he goes and stores all these tactics that he has in order to use. So some of these tactics are like humorous one-liners, know what drives your audience, so basically figuring out what their mission is. He talks about how he goes and speaks to army guys, how he speaks to children. He figures all that stuff out before he actually talks to them, and then brings in stories that relate to their mission, right? To relate to what they want. Then, of course, the anatomy of a soundbite, which sort of goes back to the other video before this. Non-verbal communication, how you're using your body language and all those things. And then he reinforces, and I'm really surprised at how much this guy practiced, and I kind of wish I knew this. I thought it was all just a natural. He's not a natural at all, everyone. This guy puts hundreds of hours into figuring out the best way to communicate something to specific audiences. So pretty cool. So class workbook, you can check that out if you want, but very powerful lesson. Very powerful. These 3 lessons, 9, 10, and 11, are probably worth the entire masterclass and is the only reason why I would actually buy the masterclass. The rest is okay, but I like those 3 lessons the most. They're my favorite. Inspire curiosity in your audience. So curiosity is an essential component of effective communication. Neil deGrasse Tyson in his masterclass demonstrates how to make the strategic delivery of information a powerful tool in your communication arsenal. So he talks about inspiring curiosity in your audience. This is a universal thing regardless of what situation you're in. If you're not doing this in your workplace, in your real life, wherever you are, you're not taking the most out of it, right? So how to inspire curiosity in your audience, how to make people interested in you. Very powerful lesson, and this only goes for 8 minutes, this one, and that's, you know, those 4 lessons, they're on point. And then, of course, the future of the world. The future of the world is no different, in my opinion, from the frontier of science, to be honest. But he basically just talks about objective truths again, passing the torch of knowledge, what a PhD means. So Neil deGrasse Tyson has never shared how he prepares for public engagements. And now that was like what 9, 10, 11 were all about. Until now, he reveals the rigorous preparation he undertakes for an appearance on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He puts a lot of effort into this, guys. It's the hardest merch in the game. The hardest merch in the game. And he puts an insane amount of effort into this. If I scroll down, you'll see resources, which means you can download the workbook again if you want to, but I already told you to download it first and smash the like button. And that is the masterclass in a nutshell. Now, there's one more thing I need to tell you to do. Click that link in the description because I have no idea how much this masterclass is. Tell me where you're from and how much it costs, because I'm just curious. I don't know if this deal is still going by the time you watch this video, but if it is, have fun. Now, is this masterclass worth it for you? So yes and no. If you're advanced, go to this masterclass, the Chris Hadfield masterclass. Go on the top right, have fun with it. Are you a beginner and you don't understand what science means? Yes, 100% get this masterclass. If you have the all access masterclass, have fun with it. You already have it. So go, just take it. Watch it when you're in bed. Watch it on your way to work. Now, if you're intermediate, this is the hard point. If you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is, you've watched more than maybe 10 or 15 videos of him, you probably don't need this masterclass. If you want to learn how he thinks about preparing for his talks, his Cosmos series, how he just prepares in the way he communicates, this would actually be very valuable to you. If you want to improve your communication skills, this is definitely a masterclass you want to consider. If you don't need help with your communication skills, you've watched this guy a billion times, you don't need this masterclass at all. But if you want some entertainment, if you want to learn how to communicate like this guy does, because let's face it, he definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to communicating his message and also like his mission as an astrophysicist. So he knows what he's talking about. You're getting a credible source. So yeah, have fun with that. Otherwise, guys, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I answer most things, or my community will answer it for you. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Look forward to a Chris Hadfield versus Neil deGrasse Tyson video coming up soon. I'll see you in the next one. Lewis P. out.
Everybody wanna be friends now, but not everybody been with me. Started with a couple hundred plays now, but not everybody saw this me. I seen it coming, it was all or nothing. I knew the future gonna give me something. I put in the time, put in the work on my rhyme. Knew all along I was shine, I'm on now. Got a long way to go, won't slow down. I've been staying up too long now. Sun coming up and I'm in the zone now.